Right, welcome back to week 2, everyone. This is your Stat 2.5 tutorial. We'll have 2 demo problems today, so let's get started. Demo problem 1, you should have been able to see this. It should have been posted on Brightspace, and so you should have had a chance to take a look at it. If you didn't, no big deal. It'll be coming up on the slides. Let's jump in. So it says, question 1, let A, B, C be the events that a randomly selected student is taking astronomy, biology, chemistry class, respectively. The respectively, if that's confusing to you, it just means, like I've color-coded it, A is for astronomy, B is for biology, C is for chemistry, and we're given, obviously, some information and a question. So let's take a look at that. So, we're told the individual probabilities, the probability of A, B, and C. We're also given 2 separate what we call conditional probabilities. If this, then what? And finally, we're given the probability that a student is taking all 3 classes. So the probability of A, of them taking astronomy and biology and chemistry is 1 over 40. And the question, what is the probability that a randomly selected student is taking at least one of the 3 classes? All right. So we have our question, but where do we even start? This is not an embarrassing issue to have. This is the hardest part in so many different statistics problems, is just where do we start? So I have my own little method. You don't have to follow it, but I'm going to suggest it to you, and we're going to follow it here. So step 1, we write down in proper notation what we know and what we're looking for. All right? So what do we know? Well, we know we're given the probability of A is equal to 33 over 100, the probability of B is equal to 71 over 200, and the probability of C is equal to 63 over 200. And notice how these are already in proper notation. We have P parenthesis A, P of A is equal to a number. P of B is equal to a number. Same with P of C. So we can just accept those. Those are already perfect for us. But the next one, if a student is taking an astronomy class, the probability that they are also taking a biology class is 2 over 11. Well, there's no P of A or B or C here, so we have to find a better way to notate this. We have to do it with the proper notation. And it says here, if a student is taking an astronomy class, so that means if we already know for sure that this person is in an astronomy class, the probability that they are also taking a biology class is 2 over 11. And the way we properly write that is probability of B, and then that horizontal line you can think of as given that. So we're saying, what's the probability that a student is taking a biology class given that they're already taking an astronomy class? So the way to think about it, if you're completely lost and you have no idea what to do, and you're in a test and you just have to think back to absolute basics, the term, so here we're talking about astronomy and biology. And so because the astronomy is closest to the if, it says if astronomy, the if always goes on the right-hand side of the vertical line. Keep that in mind. The if goes on the right-hand side of the vertical line, and the probability we're looking for goes to the left of the vertical line. So we can store that away. If a student is taking an astronomy class, the probability that they are also taking a chemistry class is 23 over 66. Well, here we do the same thing as we did last time. Astronomy is the given, so it goes to the right, and chemistry is what we're looking for, so it goes to the left of the vertical line. All right. Now, if a student is taking a chemistry class, the probability that they are also taking a biology class is 8 over 21. Once again, we'll follow the same method. So we have P of B given C equals 8 over 21. Because we know chemistry happens, so it goes to the right of the vertical line, and we're interested in the number for biology Once we already know chemistry, so B goes to the left of the vertical line. Finally, we have the probability that a student is taking all 3 classes is 1 over 40. Well, all should give you a clue that we're talking about an intersection, because they have to be taking A, astronomy, and B, and C. Therefore, we notate this by this kind of the upside down U. Probability of A intersect B intersect C equals 1 over 40. We can also read this as the probability of A and B and C equals 1 over 40. All right. And we can tuck that away now. Finally, we come to the question. What is the probability that a randomly selected student is taking at least one of the 3 classes? Well, unlike the one we just did, which was the triple intersection, A intersect B intersect C equals 1 over 40, here we have a triple union. You have to get in to the frame of mind and think about when we see something like taking at least one. Well, that means we could have 1 class, or 2, or all 3. And when we think about or, we use the union sign rather than the intersection sign. So the probability of A union B union C is the same thing as what is the probability that a randomly selected student is taking at least one of the 3 classes. Okay, so what do we do now? Well, we need to find a formula for the question itself. We need to know a formula for the probability of A union B union C. I'm not sure if you will be getting a cheat sheet on tests. If you do, you definitely want to have this formula at hand, and if you don't, you definitely need to remember this formula. So the probability that A union B union C is equal to the probability of A plus the probability of B plus the probability of C. So notice we add all of the individual probabilities A, B, and C. Then we subtract all of the two-way intersections, so minus A and B, minus A and C, and minus B and C. And finally, we add back the triple intersection. Okay, so now that's done. Well, step 3 is we need to find formulas for any unknown elements in our above formula. So we know how to solve for A union B union C, but we have to see if we know each of the elements on the right-hand side of that equal sign. So we'll now have all of the information we were given in the problem on the right-hand side here, and we can see that some of them we have and some of them we don't. So we see that the probability of A is 33 over 100, and we know the probability of B is 71 over 200, and we know the probability of C is 63 over 200, and we know the last piece, which is the probability of A and B and C, is equal to 1 over 40. What we don't know are these probabilities of the double intersections. So we need to find a way to take what we know, aka the stuff in the gray box, and replace that for the things we don't know in our formula for our question. We don't know A and B, A and C, and B and C, but we know the formula for conditional probability. To remind you, we have the probability of alpha given beta is equal to the probability of alpha intersect beta divided by the probability of beta. And that would look like, if we want to solve for the intersection, so we want to solve for the probability of alpha and beta, we know that that's the conditional probability times the probability of beta. This is the original here, and now we have to come up with some way to substitute in the pieces we don't know. So here notice that probability of A plus probability of B plus the probability of C is still the exact same, but now instead of the probability of A intersect B, we have the probability of B given A, which we know is 2 over 11, times the probability of A. And we do the same thing for the probability of the B intersects C and A intersects C. So, if you notice in our current formula here, the two lowest lines, we know a number for each one of those, and we can just plug them in. So now we have nothing but numbers, and all that's left to do is hit our trusty calculator to get our final answer. So the final answer, after all that work, is 73 over 100. If you have any questions, make sure that you bring them to office hours or the discussion after we see the videos, because that's something fundamental. You'll need to know how to do questions like that many, many times in this course.